Okay, so the patient in video 6 was an ASIA A complete C8 level, meaning that everything above the level of C8 was at least innervated at a 3 out of 5 or greater. So that gives him the potential for lots of functional mobility because he has almost full arm range of motion with the muscles spared. He will have shoulder elevation, shoulder depression, elbow flexion extension, wrist and hand abduction. He may lack some hand intrinsic control because some of the intrinsic hand muscles are innervated by T1, but overall he has a very good functional potential. The task he was demonstrating was a supine to long sit and then long sit to edge of bed. Okay, so now I'm going to show a compensation strategy for getting from supine to short sitting with long sitting in between with a C8 injury with what's left. So starting in supine, the first thing that you're going to do is utilize the momentum of your head. So you're going to have your right arm out and like slightly bent. You're going to throw your head to the left, and then as that lifts your shoulder, you're going to bring that shoulder up under you. So throw your head to the left, bring the shoulder up. You can do it again if you need better placement, and then you're going to do the same thing to the right. So you're going to throw your head to the right and bring back the left arm, and then you can walk them in from here, and now you are supine on elbows. So from here to get into long sitting, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to bring your head forward and to the left in order to lift that back right shoulder. So bring it up, get here, and you can walk your arm out if you need, and then same thing, bring your head to the right, and now walk your hands up, and you are in long sitting. Okay, so once you are in the long sitting position, what you're going to do to get to edge of bed short sitting would be, first you want to point your feet straight to the edge of the bed. So you're going to walk your hands up, you're going to place one hand in front, catch yourself right here. So stabilizing on this arm, you're going to use your other arm to pick up the legs and move them to the desired direction. So you can either pick them up, you can grab your pants, you can scoop this way, whatever is easiest for you. And then from here, to get your feet off the edge of the bed, you're going to lean all of your weight onto one side and then use your shoulder depressors to press up. So you're going to lean, press, lean, press, lean, press, lean, press, and then you've scooted to the edge of the bed and you are in short sitting. Some of the problems that the patient in this video had with this task were the fact that his remaining upper extremity function, like what we expected him to have, was pretty weak. He not only could he not do much of the motion himself, he needed max assist to get to the motion. He also could not stabilize himself in the motion. So once the PT sat him up, he needed the tech to be holding his gown behind him, and then when they were working with his legs, inching his legs to get to the edge of the bed, he couldn't stabilize himself or help move his legs at all. So generalized weakness is a big barrier for this patient. He also appeared to have pretty tight hamstrings, not at the optimum length of like 100 to 110 degrees to be able to assist in completing the transfer. So, some treatment goals for this patient, one of them was to be able to, in 2 weeks, be able to go from supine to long sitting independently, basically just using your arms to get from laying flat to supported upright. And then another goal that I set was to be able to maintain upright for 30 seconds at the end of 4 weeks. So first work on getting him into the upright and then working on holding the upright, which is balance and proprioception based. Intervention for the first goal of being able to go supine to long sit independently would be parts to whole training. So starting in supine like this, and then just working on the initial lift, and then getting from supine to supine on elbows, and then working on supine on elbows to propping yourself up, and then also doing the reverse. A treatment progression for parts to whole training would be, once you get to independence going this way, you can add in shoulder depression to work on lifting the butt off the ground, and that will help with mobility. A regression for this would be PNF patterns with the D1 flexion and extension. This would help the extension, especially to throw the elbow back. That would help get you range of motion in this direction and strengthening. So to address the goal of independence in sitting to be able to support themselves, you can start with assist them to this position and let them just try to hold it. So you can start with like 5-second holds and progress from there. Obviously, don't let them fall, so provide support as needed. But you can work on 5-second intervals, 10-second intervals, and then if that gets too easy, if they get the hang of it, you can start to add a weight shift. So they could shift to the right, lift the hand, lift the left, to work on strengthening the muscles and providing variation to them. A regression would be you can have wider base of support, so widen the base of support so it's easier for them to hold. You can also provide more assistance, and if that's still too much, you can regress them to balancing supine on elbows to just get the muscles lengthened and get them contracting, and then work your way up from there.